Will I treat you good?
We're psyched to have you at the Penthouse. Have you guys been here before? You may have partied here before once in
I actually have friends who live in this building,
okay,
believe
cool.
it or not. So I've been here for that reason, but I've never been on the rooftop.
Okay.
So
You know about the haunted elevator, all that?
I don't know about it,
garbage?
but I just said that on the way in here. I said that this place is more than likely haunted.
Yeah.
You can just tell by the energy
Yeah.
in here, and frankly, there's so many old buildings in Hollywood that are haunted
Right.
that it would be actually hard to believe that this place wouldn't be haunted.
Right. Well, the elevator is. Somebody
Well,
like a kid.
I just had a trip. I pressed 6. It let me
Yeah.
out on 5. And 5 had a drum set for me, and the guy opened his door, and now I have somewhere to warm up before the gig.
Awesome.
So it's a friendly ghost.
Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Wow.
Hey, congratulations on the new record.
Thank you.
We, of course, at 98.7 are playing Irresistible Force, which I got to say, the first time that I hear this track, I'm totally into it. And sometimes I'm the kind of guy I need to listen to it 3 or 4 times, but I dig the song. And I know that you have another single coming out, but we can talk about that in a second. I'm mostly curious about the recording process, about this record, because I've read some stuff and I don't know how accurate it is. Can you talk to me a little bit about how this record was different for you guys?
We played our instruments, they recorded it, listened back, and then we overdubbed.
Okay.
Yeah, so not so different, really.
Were you guys ever in the same room, though?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Most
We
definitely.
actually, we don't have a formula. You know, the way we write is not formulaic in any way. So a lot of songs were written out of jam sessions, and the 4 of us were there. Other songs were written straight off an acoustic guitar that were built upon. Other songs were built in the computer. We would send files back and
Right,
forth.
okay.
But you know, we have new technology at our fingertips, and it gives us the ability to do that. But if you really think about it, the method of not having a formula is still very much the same. We just have more avenues to choose from. So this band has never had a single way of doing anything, and this record really no different. So when we brought the technology aspect into it, and certainly sending files back and forth to one another, it didn't really feel new because we're very used to getting ideas from anywhere that they come from.
Gotcha. Was there any kind of particular theme in terms of the writing and the subject matter that? Because for me, Irresistible Force is a combination. It hints to a little bit of the Janes of old, but there's something really new and fresh about it. And I have to say, the guitar solo in that is just fucking off the hook.
Would you care to expand on that?
Well,
go into that.
the guitar solo?
I
No,
think so.
it was. It's crazy.
Another
It's
few
it's
questions
crazy
on it.
cool.
You know what's interesting about that guitar solo, and I don't know if this is, here's the truth, is that I was in the middle of a nervous breakdown when I recorded that. And I actually don't recall tracking it. And when the record was finished and the song was mixed and I heard it back, I was like, wow, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, so.
So you don't know how many takes you took of that thing?
Oh, I don't. I have no idea. But see, I'm also the kind of guy that when I'm in the studio, and Stephen will vouch for this, that I'll never stop. I'll never stop doing takes. I'll never stop turning knobs.
Right.
I need somebody there to say, all right, enough's enough. Because had it not been for Rich Costy, Dave Siddick, for Perry, for the rest of the guys, I'd still be in there tracking guitars.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'll vouch for that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like if you take the first take, there's something beautiful and great
Sure.
about it, and I would say that's Epic Din Navarro, Jane's Addiction, let's use it.
Right.
But he keeps going past it,
Right.
and we can always go back to the first or
Sure.
second if we want and revisit.
Yeah.
But he always beats it. And so when you're always beating it, when do you stop?
Right.
You're getting better every
Right.
take. It
Right.
is hard to
That's
stop.
That's a tough
It's
problem
very-
now.
It is true that he's got a point. I mean, like, I generally go back to the earlier
Right.
takes. I'll do, you know, my whole method is to throw as many guitars and as many ideas, and I also expanded into keyboards and synths on this
Okay.
record quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
So just as many ideas as I can come up with, throw them all down there, and then start weeding away and pulling
Right.
things away to see what actually rises to the surface.
Cool.
And when you work that way, it's very difficult to find a cat.
Right.
You know.
Right. It's a good
Because
problem to have, though.
one little idea is going to give you another little idea, and then that idea is going to trump this one. So you scrap this one, you got this one, and then you
Yeah.
just keep doing it. And sooner or later, you need a producer to say, "Hey,
Right.
enough's
We
enough."
got it. We got it.
And that is the magic of Jane's Addiction in the studio, which is very different than on stage, which is, obviously spontaneous,
Sure.
pull from the environment,
Sure.
see what happens. We're going to be on a roof or we'll be in a cavern.
Right.
It's going to change things.
Right.
But, it just happens and it's gone.
Right.
There were a lot of times when we were tracking, and we'd do a late night, and then I'd be driving home on the freeway from the studio, and I would pull out my phone and sing an idea into my phone on the recorder, and then bring that back in the next day.
That phone right there.
It's pretty amazing that your cameraman forgot to turn off his
Yeah,
razor.
I like his style.
This is a professional outfit.
I'm
you
gonna
guys
edit
got
that out, man. Edit it out.
Yeah.
Hey, so 1984, according to my research, is that really when the inception of Jane's Addiction?
The original lineup. I didn't join them. I wasn't born then.
That's true.
Okay.
Dave wasn't around then.
I wasn't around back then.
But,
Well, you're a young pup, Dave
yeah, my
Navarro.
dad was a huge fan, and he was
true.
really stoked when I joined up with these
Yeah.
guys back
Very-
in 95.
We're very lucky to get the young kind of
Amazing.
the wave, that new generation.
Right.
But there was a band called Psycom that Eric and Harry had in '84. There's a band called Disaster that David's older.
We looked at each other and thought, might as well join up, you know.
They call it Jane's Addiction.
Can you guys look back at those old videos and stuff, and what do you think?
We can.
You can.
Yes, we
I know
can
you
look
can. I
back,
know you
yes.
can. But what are you thinking when you look back at these, like the first MTV videos? Are you shaking your head like?
I'm shaking my head because I don't.
Okay.
I don't look back at videos. I don't listen to the records. You know, I mean, my idea of what Jane's Addiction is constantly evolves, and whatever recollection I have of those songs is probably from the last cycle of touring.
So
There it is.
1984, and then also according to my research, you guys are actually eligible to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now.
Good research.
Do you know that?
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
So
So,
then
you guys can. I mean, would that mean? I mean, what would something like that mean to Jane's and you guys? Does
Well,
it mean anything?
It's I mean it means something to be next to Lou Reed and Bruce Springsteen and
Okay.
Ozzy Osbourne. You know, that's great company. But you know, if Rush isn't there, what's the use?
Right. That's what I say.
So
Rush
that's-
is not in the Rock and Roll
No,
Hall of
no,
Fame?
yeah. Either is Milli Vanilli though.
Well, that's another problem. But the Rush issue definitely, that kind of power trio influenced what Jane's Addiction does in the sense that we like to perfect a sound and really do it into the point where it's
Right.
three guys are doing something you can't believe it's just coming from three.
Right.
And I always respected all the great
Sure.
power trios.
Yeah, of course.
Cream, Rush, etc.
But do you think?
So I don't want to be there unless Rush is.
Okay.
Let's just go there.
Okay. But do you think about legacy at all, Stephen? In terms of what does that word mean to you? In terms of your own personal legacy or the band legacy?
Let me just chime in if I can
Jump
about
in.
the
Please,
legacy
Dave.
thing.
Please.
It's impossible for us to have any concept of that because we're within this project
Exactly.
from day one. So I don't see a legacy. To me, it's constantly being in the moment.
Okay.
You know, so I don't get a sense of past glories, and I don't get
What we've done.
you know, I just don't get melodramatic about it because it's just been my reality. This band has been the biggest part of my life. I've never gone to more places in the world with two other guys,
Yeah.
or been through as much pain or celebrated as much joy with two other guys. So, in a sense, I guess I could view a legacy looking at it that way, but at the same time, it's, you know, I've never been so tightly committed to something for so long in my life,
Yeah.
ever.
Well, the band means so much to so many people, and you know that's got to feel amazing that you guys have created some art that will last forever, and it really touches people. And with that, I'm gonna get off the couch because I know I'm probably boring you to death at this point. But it's good.
No, we're talking about my favorite subject.
You.
Us.
Very good stuff. It's
Anyway,
nice chatting with you.
it was good chatting with you guys. Jane's Addiction, Stephen Perkins, Dave Navarro, and we're gonna check them out on the rooftop tonight. You guys, thanks again.
Yeah,
the
pleasure.
record kicks ass.
Thank you, man.
And looking forward to a great 2012.
Back to
Thanks
you.
for having
All
us.
right, thanks you guys.
Well, I'll treat you good.